Hey, how's it going today, guys? So welcome to Nick's Income Strategies. Today I'm going to go over GoMining a little bit. We're going to be mentioning the new 12 terahash miner. I did see that they did release the Bitcoin Go, the payment system. I'm not too sure about that, so I probably won't be covering that too much in this episode. And I'm also going to be showing you some of my rewards. So let's get right into this. So as you can see, I still have my 822.34 terahash miner running at 15 watts per terahash, not 12, because that's a new gold standard, guys. 6 months after I put like all my money in, basically. Luckily, I have recovered some of that money because I've been in the platform for a little while. So I did a little YouTube short on this. So one thing you're gonna see is if I upgrade my current miner, is that if I spent $499 right now, I'm going to get a 37.09% return on investment. Instead, if I go over to my efficiency and I try to get a lower terahash to bring myself from 15 to 12, first of all, that's going to be $6,579.54. Like, that's a decent amount, right? And I'm only going to get a 14.29% discount. One positive part is that is like a guaranteed discount. That's not reliant on the Bitcoin price. And then, my upgrades over here, this is going to be reliant on Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes down another 10,000, let's say. I don't think it's going to. It might for a little bit. Who knows? But I'm basically going to be making nothing here. I wouldn't. I don't even think my 15-watt miner would be able to run anymore because I'm on like razor thin profit margins. But I do have my maintenance funded, so I'll show you guys that a little bit in just a minute. Let's go over just the 12 terahash miner. So if I was to just get on and I was like, oh yeah, I want to just buy a new miner, I'm going to get a new 12 terahash miner. I think this would be the better buy, by the way, because you're not having to deal with the problem of if difficulty goes up so much, and then also, so if difficulty goes up and then Bitcoin goes down, it's like a multiplier effect. So basically, if that kind of thing happens, the people with the 15-watt miners are going to be more likely to not be making money, so like me. But if I have another little miner, if I have another little 12 terahash miner, let's say I just put like $1,000 into one right now. If I had a 12 terahash miner, at least my 12 terahash miner would still be running. But if instead I put that $1,000 into this this miner right here, there's a pretty good chance. There's a guaranteed chance that I would not be at 12 watts per terahash, and I would more than likely still not be low enough in power to really turn in a profit. So that's another reason why I think that but just buying a new miner is the way to go. That is something I'm interested in, but for now I just have my main miner, and I'm not afraid to sell this during the bull market, by the way. So if I find that I have like $10,000-$15,000 in let's say in Bitcoin, and then I can make even a third of what I paid for that, I'll probably sell, because that would put my entire investment at a pretty decent profit, and then I'd be able to reallocate some of that money towards like maybe a 12-watt miner or whatever. So I was telling you guys about my maintenance. So I do still have the maintenance going on. So it is slowly depleting. You will see that this blue bar, this is the end of my liquid tokens. I have no plan right now to continue buying the power. I do have money I could pull from, but I'm, I don't know. I'm just like kind of hesitant on it. Because I was thinking I have a decent amount of money in retirement, and I don't believe that the AI stocks are going to continue going up. And I have like specifically, I think like 6% of my retirement in a Roth IRA. So I could completely liquidate that Roth for a small fee and I'm not going to be charged taxes because I already paid taxes on all that money. I'll only get charged the capital gains or whatever. So that's something that I'm considering, because at the end of the day, I'm fine with trading that because I would get the full value of Bitcoin. I mean, and we're in the 60Ks. Like, I really don't think Bitcoin's going to crash down that much more. And if it does, I'm ready to buy some more. And that's actually when I would buy it. I was thinking about making the move soon and just holding some of that cash. It would only be a couple grand or so. Funding the miner with the electricity is cool, but if Bitcoin does another drop like that and I'm sitting on thousands of dollars in cash, it might be a better idea for me to just buy the Bitcoin. By the way, I'm sorry if it sounds like I can't breathe. I got like horrible allergies, man. It's been horrible this week. So, really quick, guys, Nick's Income Strategies has been growing. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of content, so I have basically, you can watch my old DoorDash videos if you want from years ago. You can basically watch my GPU mining I started. I just started some phone farming a little bit. Lots of different content, like and subscribe. And then the Bitcoin difficulty is very, very important, of course. So we just had a pretty decent drop. I think it was 10 or 11%, something like that. And as you can see, the difficulty is now expected to already increase by another 4.53%. So we're still going to be above where we were at like a week ago or whatever. But, it's always changing. And if Bitcoin price did go flying up, difficulty is going to go flying up. And the only way you're going to really be making more money is if you funded your electricity. Because when the difficulty goes up, you're not going to just like let's say you're making $12 a day in profit right now. You're not just going to go make $24 a day in profit, because all of these other miners are going to get in. So then you're going to be getting hit with a difficulty increase. But yeah, as the prices go up, more miners are going to join the network. The difficulty is going to rise. The profits will increase. And you'll probably be making like the same amount that you make right now, to be honest with you. And the only way that you're going to, when the price of Bitcoin goes up, the only way you're going to really have money doing this, in my opinion, not financial advice, is if you held the Bitcoin. Not so like what I had some days where I made like $4 in profit. My average is like $12, $14, $15 a day in profit. Those days, I did not transfer $4 of Bitcoin over to my account. I transferred the whole $26, $27, $30 of Bitcoin I got, my 37,000, 35,000, now 41,000 sats. I transferred that entire amount over because that's what's going to create the multiply effect and basically make it so that I'm making money from like multiple different angles instead of just off of a little bit of a profit. Because if I only transfer that $4 over and then Bitcoin doubles, okay, I made $8. But if I fund everything, I mean, you're literally multiplying it 3x, 4x, 5x when you actually just fund it and then you hold it all for the increase. It's I don't know. It's a strategy that I think works. And even if you can't fund it all the way, you can fund it for part of the way, But not financial advice, guys. Hey guys, so going back here, I mean, you can see that I'm still doing pretty decent. You will notice that this amount has not moved in a month. And that is because Bitcoin lost 25% value in a month. But what is pretty cool is Bitcoin lost all of that value, and within that month, I pulled in close to around 25% more Bitcoin. Because you have to remember that I started this in January, and I was a lot lower, and then I did that huge upgrade in February. And since I did that upgrade in February, it wasn't until March 21st where I had my full big earnings, and it wasn't until April, then May. So it's like I've only had 3 full months of my big upgrade. I haven't been at 825.35 terahashes for a long time. and you see that like my amount of Bitcoin is like drastically going up now, because I'm earning literally over 0.01. So I'm getting 41,500 sats a day, and then we can times that by 30. So what we got to do is add a 0. So that's 1,245,000. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we would put 1 0 here. So what that would be is 0.01245 Bitcoin. Is how that math would work, because Bitcoin is bits, so it's going to be 8 digits total. So, that's pretty decent. I remember I think I was a little bit under 0.01. I think I was at like 0.009 or something like that. So this is definitely pretty cool. I'm cool with that. Yeah, guys, I've been like poking around a little bit. Another thing is I have been paying a decent amount in electricity, and that kind of does suck. I used to like always pay like $18 and like 35 cents. I forget what it was exactly, but you'll see like now I'm paying $12.92 plus $6.39. So I am paying $19.31 now. So I am losing about $1 a day in electricity. Not bad. And you got to remember that's not because they're changing the electricity rate. That's because my GoMining token is slowly depleting, and the token price has gone down a little bit. But I'm really not that in the hole from it. I think it's down like 5% of my average buy. So it's like I'm really not too worried about that. I don't recommend buying 5 or 6 months worth of tokens like I did and just holding it in your wallet, by the way, guys. That was a mistake. There's many times I was online, I was online at the exact time that a whale dropped GoMining tokens. And I would like watch the prices go flying down. And then I'd look at all my GoMining tokens, man, and just be like, fuck. Shit, I already invested in all my GoMining tokens. I already like took my stocks and like put it into that, and I was like, man, if I just had a little bit of money, I could have it would have been cool to buy 2 months of tokens during one of those dips. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for today. I feel like I'm having trouble breathing from these allergies. Like, it really sucks. I am planning on doing more GoMining videos, and we're gonna continue doing the Pearl hash. I am going to be upping the Sol hasher a little bit, because I actually had a cat. One of my cats was charging. I was charging my phone, and my cat must have knocked it off the counter. And one of my phones is 100% broke. $130 phone. So that kind of puts me basically in the hole with my whole Acurast farm that I have going on, because that's like very small scale. Like Pearl hash is actually like a decent return that I'm getting. I'm actually making like around the same amount of money as what I'm making with my Bitcoin miner, and I only have $800 worth of graphic cards, so that's kind of screwed up. But I don't think it's gonna last forever. But guys, it is what it is. But I'm just gonna cut myself off. You guys have a great night, because I can't breathe. But yeah, peace out, guys.